What are they staring at? Are they looking at me? Are they talking about me? Why are they laughing so much? Hi, I'm AspieAnswersAll, and I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, as well as sharing my life stories with suspicious syndrome and the like. Hopefully, to take you all on a journey what life is like for me with suspicious syndrome and everyday mental health disorders that I have clearly explained. I also do some tips and advice along the way for some top parts of the topics of the mental health awareness versus just your general health problems that you may go off along with your day, whatever it may be, of your everyday struggles. So this one's obviously going to be 18 traits that people who suffer from social anxiety can relate and understand too. So let's begin this. As we know, it's a given, obviously, that, as I said before, this is a mental health condition, and this is just really real for the ones that are actually going through this in their everyday life. Even though many people may think that it's all in our heads and we're making things up along the way, of what we go through in our mental health disorders. As well as on top of all this, many people may tend to, have difficulty to understand us in a way of our social anxiety, unless you guys do delve into it and actually walk into our shoes and actually see it in a bigger picture and a bigger light for us, and maybe see what life is like. But to be aware of, though, it is one of the most importantly, it does have much more of a serious impact on the person that suffers this in their life than many people may realise and will come to realise. Social anxiety for sure is a strain or even a battlefield for some people, that has this, and basically it's not just more than just the social life. When people are, social anxiety, it can come into strain with friendships, relationships, as well as to the point that they may avoid people and avoid social outings such as parties and family reunions or whatever else it may be. Okay, also to bear in mind though, there's so much more to it than not liking crowded social situations. Things such as the doorbell may be ringing and they try to avoid that, or even a meeting at work, or even just an unexpected phone call that they dread can be just as terrifying if it catches your social anxiety on a bad day. Some days may be bearable than others, can be overwhelming though, however, it's a give and take. And some days you can skip merrily out of the house and smile at every person you walk past, while others you won't even emerge from your safe duvet cocoon. You just want to stay in bed, obviously, and just let the day drag on for the rest of whatever you wanted to do. I just brought in some tips and advice here for you all, just for everyone with social anxiety as well, to address that can relate to this, and hopefully that many others can actually learn from this as well, regardless. So let's do this. There are 18, as I said, so hopefully this won't sound too familiar to you or repetitive. I do apologise in advance. And also, just a disclaimer, as always, I'm no medical doctor. As said, that I'm just your normal everyday Joe blogs. So if you see any signs and symptoms that's out of the ordinary, do seek professional help or medical attention for yourself or your loved one. So just don't condone self-harm in this uptake. So here we go for these 18 truths. Number 1, you'd love to be able to enjoy nights out with friends and family and with social gatherings and whatever else it might be that you're doing. Yeah, okay, being afraid, scared, or being scared of nights out with your friends or family, or even just partying, whatever that is to do with socialization, doesn't mean that you can't see the appeal of them. Social anxiety, however, isn't a choice. This is what we face on a day-to-day basis for us that has this. So while it always comes as a relief to avoid a crowded situation, be it whatever it may be, you're the one that has this, will spend a long time afterwards wishing that you were able to take part more in a group and get to know people more on a daily with more ease and comfort. The fear of missing out can be just as much as of a torment as the thought of going along, and it's a conflict that you find yourself in the midst of on an almost daily basis, and like an everyday battle. You're fighting with it, not against it sometimes. Number 2, you would dread social events for days and days on end. Believe you me, if you do find yourself being trapped into something you have to attend to, such as a social gathering, a wedding, a work event, or something with your partner, friend, whoever, the dread of it all will gnaw at you for days on end until it's just around the corner, and it's just downright terrifying and overwhelming. Then other mixed feelings and emotions will come into play, as well as the classic symptoms. Number 3, the doorbell is your worst enemy. Never do you or will you ever find yourself sitting more still with a frozen expression of sheer horror on your face than when the doorbell does buzz, and when you know as well that someone's there, making you jump out of your skin. Even if after that intrusive stranger does walk away, you will spend the remainder of the day panicking over it, who it was and what they ever wanted. Can only be bad news, right? Well, no, it was probably a charity collector, or even just postman, or something in between. But your brain won't let you indulge in that logic. That would be so insane. Number 4, and so is a well-held number. If you ever felt the urge, or if you wanted to, you want to smash the phone up with a hammer or throw it out the window, right? Then this would be the moment. Go away, anonymous caller, I don't want you, you're not wanted here. It's plastered in your mind when you're thinking this, as you're having this social anxiety stuff like symptoms. Number 5, you want to make a phone call when you can email. Making a phone call is even more daunting than just receiving one, or even for that matter, sending a text. And if you can avoid it, you will, and your willpower to do so. Thank you, humans, for some other means of communication, such as your email and messenger services, that cut out all the necessary of human interaction and communication. If your bank tells you that you need to phone up to order a new card, you'll just rather not have a card ever again. FYI. I have owned one for many years, despite the fear factor of, what I'd likely to be doing. Number 6, being trolled online can be traumatic. As we know these days, this sure as hell can be really overwhelming and daunting for us all. Regardless of it all, it can be utter hell. Like I said, for many of us that do suffer from social anxiety, or just any other, everyday mental health conditions that can trigger a response, can be really, really annoying. This can lead to some things like having fierce arguments online is all part and parcel of fun for social media. For some people, they just like to troll on us, even if they don't know us, sort of thing. They'll just drag us down regardless. But even if you do have social anxiety, even one of the nasty tweets or passive-aggressive Facebook comment can make you want to delete everything and crawl into a dark hole and never to emerge again or come out of your shell again. Number 7, you overthink everything you say and do. Believe you me, I'm one of them for this one. Because of your sheer terror of conflict or of being negatively judged by most people, you will tend to overthink absolutely everything that will arise, no matter what the situation is or was at that given moment of time. Once you hit the send button on your email, you may go back to your sent items and reread it several times and convince yourself you did sound bad. If you say something anyone else would consider casual chat to a friend, you will wonder if you sound stupid, dumb, or just come straight off as an offense mechanism. Your brain tends to go overdrive and will never give you a chance or a time to breathe. Number 8, you only have a small handful of friends, and that's all you really want, right? There are 2 or 3 people in your world who you are absolutely comfortable with, and when you are with them, nobody would be able to guess that you do have, or you definitely have any trouble interacting whatsoever by communicating or whatever it may be. You don't want the pressure or having more than that, and these pals completely get you, and they wouldn't want to change you for anything else. They'll just accept you for you. Number 9. This will go hand in hand in number 8. They won't forever put pressure on you. Social anxiety obviously comes and it goes. Believe you me. Well, actually, this is number 9, I should say. Social anxiety comes and goes. Social anxiety doesn't necessarily mean that you can never leave the house, or can never talk to anybody at any given moment of the day, regardless. day or night. However, sometimes you will have the confidence to interact with ease, which are also the bold days when you will accept certain social invitations. But spoiler alert, these will then obviously be later cancelled. This is a confusing condition of the social anxiety, often without triggers or a cause or reasoning to why it invades us. So you won't be able to predict day to day which area of the social anxiety spectrum you will wake up on, believe you me, which obviously adds more to the fun. Number 10, you avoid eye contact with people you recognise. Is that Martha walking down the street? Is Martha gonna come towards me on the street and actually social engage with me? Immediate response for your brain: shit, deploy, emergency system breakdown, emergency system procedures put into place immediately. Headphones in, fake phone call, avoid all long eye contact, cross the road if I must, so long as you don't have to shout or strike up a conversation. Oh, does that sound familiar to any of yours? Number 11, you will react badly on the spot. Oh, good, someone has addressed this to me already directly while I'm still getting my bearings in this social situation that is well out of my comfort zone. Said no anxiety sufferer ever. Whatever. Cue the babbling, redness in the face and excessive sweating. Luckily, someone will most likely point that out to you, that you've gone red, just to put you in the focus even more. Even in the spotlight. Number 12. You rely too much on the Dutch coast. This is a bad advice, but if you have to be forced out to a party, just know straight up that you won't be able to cope unless you've calmed your nerves with a glass of wine or 10, or even drink some beers or whatever to calm your nerves down. It's not uncommon, however, for anyone to need a pre-drink or a pre-cigarette before that awkward first half of the hour of a party where everyone is sober and striking up the worst small talk, but with social anxiety it feels even more necessary to do so. Number 13. People may think you're rude as you come across them. Maybe you do come across that way, maybe you don't, but it's not something that you can't help yourself with, and it's really the impression that you give off or you're trying to convey to others. By not speaking to anyone, keeping to yourself, or keeping yourself to yourself, shall we say, responding to the questions with blunt answers, you just know that the people are judging you as a bit rude, and it doesn't feel nice at all, right? Number 14. People also think you're a terrible friend, or just plain out weird. Being the quiet, shy, observant, slightly odd one of the group, whether at a social gathering, in a group of friends, at work, or at school, leaves you with this label of being weird. You often do feel really weird, but that doesn't matter. We are all different and unique in our own ways. Also, you may often feel really silent. You avoid the eye contact, obviously, with your friends, family, whoever it may be that you're spending time with. And then, obviously, at that point, you may feel to spend the most time with your beloved headphones and block out the world and avoid any interaction necessary. And again, some people may think your existing and least close friends think you're a rubbish pub because you never go to anything, and you worry that those aren't your friends that you're with, and they're thinking that they will never get to know you in real no time at all. You are known as the one who always cancels at the last minute of the planning. You get or seem to have a form of reputation of always pulling off out of events, or just pull off or away from what you wanted to do, and it can annoy people to the core and make them angry. And then it might lead to the point of isolation, and those type people will stop asking you to tag along with them. You can become known as the canceller. It's always in a jokey way or affectionate way, but you can shift that thought that people do resent you for it. What many don't realise is that cancelling can be your biggest relief though, however, as well as your safety net and comfort. That is keeping you away from any anxiety attacks or whatever it may be that arises. So sometimes it's good to have some me time for yourself. 16. You look for escape routes. Once you're at a party or a night out with your family, friends, or whoever that you were invited to, you immediately reaction or priority right now, or even the cause of action for yourself, is to find a way or means of getting out with as little fuss as possible. You look for gaps in conversation. You access the best route possible to the exit. You wait until others are at the toilet so you have less people to explain your departure to. You may also look at your phone and pretend that you need to get home for whatever reason you want to give out. Number 17. You worry that people are looking at you or talking about you. They're generally not, technically speaking. But that feeling that everyone is judging how you look, how you speak, what you say, how you say it, or how you're coming across as part and parcel of a night out social anxiety style that steams up. Am I too quiet? Did I just make a fool of myself or a dick of myself for whatever reason? Do I seem rude? Why did I just say that in the first place? Where do I put my hands? Are those two talking about me? Am I even wanted here in the first place? These are just some of the questions that will commonly spin in our brains from time to time. Number 18, last but not least, it's impossible to explain. Yes, I have this as an anxiety disorder, and people need to stop saying these things to me. However, telling people that you have social anxiety can almost feel a bit pathetic. You worry that people either won't know what it is, or what they won't believe that is serious to you, or that it even may exist, as I said earlier in the piece. But talking to people is one of the biggest difficulties of social anxiety. Explaining why you are like you are can also be hard, believe you me. How do you tell people that the thought of being trapped in social situations gives you palpitations and triggers off your panic attacks? How do you explain that it isn't that you don't like people, it's more that you lack the confidence and fear of being judged, or you tend to overthink everything that comes your way? How do you get across that it's way more than being shy, whatever else they may think of, actually fills you with so much genuine fears sometimes. You want to say all this, that you're not weird, unfriendly, or rude to the people around you. You want people to understand you. That is a genuine condition that you don't have through choice, and you just do anything in your willpower to able to attend and enjoy all the things you were invited to. To end this on a quick note though, for all of you, for those who are suffering with social anxiety, be kind to yourself. Treat yourself once in a while. It's okay now and again to have me time. Don't be so hard on yourself on your behaviour, the thoughts, your actions and your behaviours. Way less people are judging you than you really think. Those who do notice you probably only ask about it because they may genuinely care. Your condition is legitimate and real, even if your fears, however, are illogical. Well, this basically quickly ends the 18 truths that people who suffers from social anxiety can really understand and relate to. Give me the like for thumbs up, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around. Follow me on my social media sites, AspieAnswersAll, Facebook, Twitter. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so. Feel free to also turn on the notification bell so you're up to date to whatever I'm up to and I'm up to about doing things. So without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie, see you again soon. Ciao, understand and relate.